good night, everyone doing tonight. God is good and God is good all the time. My name is Summer Jill Spirits around here. Give you some news on tonight. First, we're gonna talk about Mr. President Bennett. He issued executive order on background check. Executive order that aim to increase the number of background. Check conduct before firearm sales. So it aimed to move the United States as close to universal background check as possible without additional legacies. So now we're gonna talk about Bane and assault weapon. Now I did had speak on this here on February the 13th. I had Bane assault weapon. So now I have it's gonna be a permanent policy. So I have Bane assault weapon on February the 13th, but now I will have a permanent policy assault weapon. So these weapons of war, have no place on American street. These some powerful weapons. Assault weapon refers to a semi gun designed for military use and quick effective killing. It been in a whole lot of massive shooting. Assault weapon or lethal weapon that rate of fire and high captivity magazine, which attached to the assault weapon. So you got a magazine weapon also is powerful. And then that is attached, to the assault weapon, to allow dozens of gunshot without needing to reload. So you got dozens of bullets just coming out and you don't have to reload. That is powerful. So now this weapon is very powerful when you don't even need to keep on reloading. So now these weapons are very dangerous, for the public. Massive shooting, result in 4 or more deaths, found that more than 85% were caused by assault weapon. So this type of weapon of a military, to use only in war, not to be on the street. Not African Americans to have this on the street. Just for military to use only in war. Just for war. When you use a war, when you ain't got to reload. So assault weapon are prohibited for any person to use. Okay, so bill proposal, permanent policy to remain. So I ban assault weapon. The enforcement of law before firearm sales. Now this permanent policy will guarantee powers to have this powerful weapon off the marketplace for sales. So the following procedure for guns and rifles. One, to purchase a gun and rifles, ages of 20 years old. Because you may have a master shooting. And you bet that some of them been 18 years on under. That's too young to have a powerful gun like that. So purchase a gun or rifle to ages of 20 years old. And two, a false background check. Now the background check gonna have check for mental health, your previous job. If you perceive any crime or been charged, for any murder, gun trafficking, and so I ban assault weapon, prohibit all assault weapon to be used. So that's the assault weapon right here. Um, Now I'm gonna talk about the common sense gun law, criminal background check. Common sense gun law require every gun buyer to pass a criminal background check. Now this permanent policy, will guarantee all these procedures under common sense gun law. It will require all buyers, to pass a criminal background check to purchase a gun. So the following procedures, common sense gun law. One, to purchase a gun or rifle, ages of 20 years old, enforce a background check, mental health, pursue a criminal charge, check on your previous job, gun stores law, enforcing safety stores away from kids. Because a couple of times, we had killing with the child found the gun in the house. So you have a gun stores law, to enforce safety stores away from kids. So 5, gun trafficking. When you buy illegal gun, from someone and you use it, and not only use it and shoot someone, if you kill someone also, and you purchase a legal gun from someone, you have to take responsibility for having illegal gun, and you're gonna have a charge for shooting or either kill someone with that illegal gun. So if your background check come back with any one of these followings, mental health, criminal charge, activity occur on your previous job, or a child, got hold to a gun in a household, and if you brought illegal gun from someone and you shot someone or you murdered someone, now you will not be able to purchase a gun or a rifle. If any one of these here, pop up on your background check, so if you get stopped with an illegal gun, it will be taken away from you and you will be charged. All follow under common sense law, a permanent policy. So we talk about Mr. President Bennett. He also came out with an order of background check. He aimed to move the United States as close to your universal background check as possible without additional legacy. You know, so uh, so we just talk about a bang assault weapon. This is a power weapon. You also have magazine powerful weapon attached to it. When you constantly shooting and you don't even have to reload. That's powerful. And we also talk about the following, you know, procedures, to purchase a gun. 20 years old and force a background check. You have mental health. They're gonna check on your previous job. They're gonna do a background check if you commit any kind of crime. Charged with it, or you murder someone. And gun trafficking. All that gonna be under your background check. And I also bang the assault weapon. And we talk about common sense of gun law. And that also is a permanent policy, and it also will have a full background check in order to purchase a gun. With mental health, proceed a criminal charge, your previous job, gun stores law, so no one will be able to find a gun in your house. It have to be in a store's box where it's locked, and gun trafficking. So all these things, because we have to get policies that permanent policies that gonna stick, because everything is not everything needs to be updated. That's what it is. It have policy, but it's not working because pretty much everything had to be updated, and that's why I will be updating a whole lot of policies that needs to be updated. Because when I put a lot of stuff it from way 1965, and the last time it been charged like in the 80s, so a lot of these policies need to be updated. And I would take the time and try to update a lot of these policies, and try to have it active and up and running, so we can start taking these guns off the street, start having these background checks, have it in place, but it had to be 20 years old to purchase guns and rifles. And so that's what I will be doing to try to update a lot of these policies and to have it up and running. So that's all the news I have for you today. Y'all have a blessed and safe night, and I see y'all on the next video.